Welcome everyone to the, this is not a regularly scheduled meeting, this is a drafting meeting, specially scheduled meeting, for January 5th, 2017, for the Board of Ethics. And can we have a roll call?
Ted Carlson.
Here.
Terry Kelly. David Nesbitt.
Here.
Becky Wendt. Also present is Dee Ennis, Deputy Municipal Attorney, Lisa Toussaint, Administrative Hearing Officer, Lisa Slusner, Deputy Municipal Clerk, and Julia Tucker, Assembly Counsel, on the telephone.
So we have no minutes from the previous meeting to go over right now. Annie? And I know for the new business, we're going to start scheduling meetings for 2017 for the drafting and for the regularly scheduled meetings. I hesitate doing that without Becky and Terry here. So my suggestion is to skip over the 5 and go straight to 6, which is the to the rewrite sections 9, 12, 13, and 16. We'll review those. Now I assume that before we change the schedule around, before we switch that to next meeting, and Lisa, of course, will have to send out emails to make sure everybody knows about our next meeting. Whenever, of course, I guess we need to schedule a meeting, don't we?
Yeah,
We'll
we
have
might
to.
have to do it by email, though. Right?
We might have to do. If that's okay, we'll
If
do
they
it by
arrive.
email.
If
Okay.
not,
If not, we'll just send out emails. Sorry, we missed you.
okay.
Set up another time. Wish you were here. So, any objection going straight to 6? Hearing no
I
objection.
wonder if I could do a quick status, because that's
Yeah.
not really deliberative of where we're at.
Yeah.
I've been reading the tapes, or listening to the tapes, and
So we're starting with 6.
no. Just it's just a status report on where we're at and what the next meeting might be.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Because it's really not deliberative at all. Anyway, listening to the tapes, and actually we're doing just great. These 4 sections today are the only sections we have not touched. So we have been through everything else. I've rewritten the rewrite with very few exceptions, and so hoping that we get through these 4. But our next meeting can either be that I have sent out to you a red line rewrite and a clean rewrite, rewritten rewrite. And or one of the things are there's about 4 or 5 concepts that I've identified already that we have not carried forward into this code, and whether it might be worthwhile to step back just for those concepts. For instance, impropriety is not by itself. So when we discuss this in terms of the next meeting, we can figure out which way to go. So
Okay.
I just want a quick status report that we're actually very much on track. We have 4 pretty small sections today, and we're ready to go.
And I expect we'll get through the 4 sections today. And then if Becky and Terry want to revisit it, we will have a chance to go through the whole thing again with your red line section
And
next
it's
time.
looking pretty clean.
Really?
Yeah, most
Good.
of the debates have been addressed, with a few exceptions. There was quite a few delegations the last couple meetings, and coming back to those delegations, but it's looking very clean.
Good. And are we missing any? I know we've sent things out to you and to Lisa and to Terry for like rewrites and section. Those are all come back?
I just plowed right through them.
Right.
I did them with the exception of I
Okay.
will have an attorney look at the First Amendment issues.
Okay.
When we get through with this, we go to the assembly, right?
Could you speak up just, Julia, can you hear Ted?
No.
Okay.
When we get through with this, and does it go to the assembly for them to review?
No, I don't.
First, it will go to their subcommittee.
That's right.
Their elections and ethics
Pete
subcommittee.
Peterson and
Right.
And then they run with it.
So they may change some of
They
this stuff.
could, yeah.
yeah.
And then it has to be approved by the assembly as a whole.
And I think it's out of our hands. I think it literally goes to the subcommittee. They then do what they wish with it, and then they pass it on to the assembly when they're done
Well, we,
fiddling with it. We don't get to see it again, I assume.
Well, they may
I mean, if
invite
they
our-
want to,
They're
but-
likely to invite our participation.
But it's up to them at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
There are other ways you could get this through, say through the administration side, but not worth it. It's this
No.
assembly committee that's interested in it,
Right.
that requested it.
That's right.
So really, we go through this committee.
Okay.
Right, Julia, you think?
Yeah, I think that that's good, and the committee system is working very well,
Good.
as I understand it. So, we're not having any hiccups. the marijuana licensing committee has been a big benefit to the assembly. And so I think that we want to make sure that that step is taken care of, and I think the assembly expects that.
And can I say what's, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. I think also though what's intriguing is I don't think a lot of people know that you're meeting with us every session.
Mhm.
And that's a huge buy-in. I
Huge
mean, that
benefit.
means that, I mean,
Yeah.
things have really been looked at, that will make the subcommittee ever so much more comfortable.
Mhm. Having Julia
Yeah,
been here
having
with
Julia
it,
part of this,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Right, so maybe when we get it done and they schedule the subcommittee meeting, that, you know, we've done it before where that's sort of a joint, on the committee level, it's a joint, you know, it's ethics and elections, but we've had meetings where it's sort of like the ASD joint meetings. It's a meeting of that assembly committee and the ethics board together. So you can think about whether you want that model or if you just want to make sure that we're present, you know, at that open meeting. I mean, it'll be a public meeting, that committee meeting, so that that sort of united front can be taken into account, and we don't, you know, we all know what we're doing.
when is the subcommittee meeting again? Do you know?
It's the third Wednesday of the month.
Third Wednesday of the month. I may not be able to make that. I just got picked for state grand jury.
Oh, did you get that?
Yes. So, so the third week of January, February, and March, I'm out of commission.
If it's on the fourth week, will you be available?
I will be available on the fourth week.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll contact you by email.
Yes,
and
let
we'll-
me know
if
because
we
I'd be
need
happy
get
to be
somebody
there.
else.
One of us should be there because I'd like to give them an update,
Mhm. Yeah, it's
and
exciting.
then and hopefully within maybe by their February meeting we'll have had this thing too. Then
Mhm.
I think is that fair?
Well, I'm hoping maybe one meeting to go over things that
Yeah.
we've missed, and then 2 meetings on the rewrite.
Okay.
So I think about 3 meetings.
Oh, okay.
It could go more quickly than that, but that would be
Okay.
my.
I mean, the problem's going to be that the
Newest.
election is just around the corner.
Uh.
So I'm sure that they want this taken care of with the present body.
Yeah. Well,
And
you know,
if you-
Julia, what I would love to see, and I bring it up to this board, is I would love like a 5-hour meeting one day, like on a Friday from 12 to 5, and knock it out. Let's get it
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Because you know what's happening now is we keep missing members, and so I don't know if people are up for that, because I don't see why after today we could almost do that. It would be darn close.
I would definitely be in favor of just hammering it out meaning in a review of the rewrite.
The whole thing.
Yeah,
Like,
the
spend
whole
5
thing be
hours
done with
and
it.
have a half-an-hour break. Well, you're not here on Fridays, but we could see.
Yeah, I would be happy. That would be great. That would be really good. And we can pass it off to the elections committee.
Now, Ted and Julia haven't commented yet.
Well-
Ted is conspicuously being quiet. Yeah.
I like just getting it done.
I just as soon stay on staff.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I agree also.
And for me, I mean, I usually work until 6 anyway, so, you know,
Yeah, I think we can knock it out. Okay,
Yeah.
Julia, let me interrupt. Ted has something to say.
Yeah, that, you know, I agree with that, to have the time, but I think, instead of noon to 5, we have to start saying 10 to 4 or something like
That's
that.
fine. Yeah, whatever.
One day, just
So you
pick a
Yeah.
day.
start earlier, we can take a 30-minute break.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And to regroup, and then if we have to go further,
Yeah.
if we don't finish it up, we can extend it.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I think
Well,
that sounds good.
And then I think the other thing is whether we have staff support for that period of time. But I think you could just show us how to tape it. And really, I've taken a lot more responsibility in terms of doing that. So I don't think we'd have to have you, Lisa, the whole 6 hours at all. I mean, it's up to you.
But I'm sure I could be. I
Oh,
feel
well.
okay, so
positive.
I have one other thing
Okay?
about the scheduling, and that is that, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this if my back doesn't straighten out here, but I have tickets and leave approved from the 11th of January through the 18th.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And so let's start keeping track of that. So that's Julia. You're the third week of the next 2
Oh,
months?
you know what's also important to know too is my understanding is that they don't do grand juries on Fridays anymore because it's only a half day in the courtroom anyway. So I am available Fridays.
Okay, so what would be the quickest, what is not this coming Friday, obviously, not tomorrow, but the one afterwards, what day would that be? Is that already Julia? Yeah, that
Friday?
already is, because
The
that's
13th? Friday the
I don't think
13th?
I'm here that.
Okay, but
Whenever-
the 21st
Martin
or
Luther
whatever.
King, I'm out the Tuesday following the Martin Luther King
Right, and
holiday, but I'm back in the office by the Friday of that week. So that
Oh.
would
Back
be
by here.
The 20th?
okay, but is
Yeah,
that
that'd be
the
the
30th? Or
20th,
is
so
that the
I'm back
7th?
on the
That's
20th.
So she's back on the 20th.
Is that your, oh, and you're thinking.
That's my
everybody's
Friday
back
that I should have
Well,
that Friday
And
off.
then we'd have enough time to notice and then.
Or no,
I-
wait a minute, that's not my week anyway. Or no, let's see. 16th through the 20th, that is my week. So, but I should be available on 20th.
Can you find out? I mean, is there a way to-
Yeah. Well, I mean, I talked to the DA and he says they're not doing grand juries on Fridays.
Oh, okay.
So unless suddenly they have a murder the night before or something, right? I mean, I can't, I mean, I can only,
Yeah.
but I should be available that day.
So maybe we can see. If,
And what I can do too is the day that I get in there, I can confirm that I'm going to have this Friday off.
See, and what would be good for me is that gives me a week to finalize.
Yeah.
And get everything out to you guys ahead of time.
The 20th.
Yeah.
The 20th.
Well, that's inauguration day.
We'll all be drinking, so that'll be good.
Let's see. Let me make that. Okay, so let's tentatively schedule that for
Okay.
the 20th, and I can just ask the DA,
Okay.
Clint. I just know Clint.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's ask Lisa, just the thing that we have conflicts for on Friday is like today, for some reason, work
Mhm.
sessions. Lisa, do you know what work sessions are scheduled for the 20th? That's the Friday before the meeting of the 24th.
Okay, I'm looking him up right now. So on the 20th, we have scheduled Transportation Committee at 12, Rules Committee of the Whole at 1. So we've got a commitment from 12 to 2 with work sessions on that Friday.
Do you know what the subject of the Rules Committee is?
Proposed sales tax ordinance.
Yeah. Okay, so of those two, that's the only one that may be a conflict for me, and that's the one that starts at 12 or at 1?
At 1.
But then we could decide, like, work 10 to 1, take an
Yeah.
hour lunch break for all of us,
that's fine.
1 to 2, and then see how much
Or
more.
we could even start earlier, 9.
Yeah. Yeah. However, that's fine with me.
Also, what, if he's gonna have that thing out, the draft out, then, I could try
We
and
meet with you ahead
make
of
sure
time.
that you guys had the benefit of any of my comments, if that,
Okay. Well, okay.
on that.
Yeah.
But I think an hour
Sales
lunch will
tax
be
is a pretty
fine.
big deal, and so I hate to.
You'll never get it, Julia, just let me tell you right now.
I'll
Have you,
never get what?
the sales tax. Treasury has 50 pages of comments and problems. So, just warning you. Literally 50
I don't
pages.
understand what I won't get.
Well, it's,
I won't get to go to the work session.
oh, no. An overall comprehension of the issues raised by the sales tax.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not so worried about, I agree with that, all the more reason why I better be there.
Be there. Okay, well, let's just get,
I mean, that's what the problem is.
yeah, okay. Well, Julia, let's do this. We're gonna tentatively shoot for Friday the 20th. We're not sure yet with 9 or 10.
9, well, I would
Do you know
say
what
we start at
time?
9, that way we can.
Okay, try to do it.
Uh,
9 to 1, an hour out for lunch. What, Julia?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's good. That's
okay.
good.
9 o'clock to 1, an hour for lunch for sure, break, and come back.
Sure.
And, well, we could even see where we're at.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
Yeah,
that,
you can see where you're at. I mean, that's the good part of with his idea is we may get it out in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
And so we need to check right away with Becky and Terry.
Yeah.
But I'm going to actually, to schedule it, I'm going to schedule it out, okay?
Okay,
Or
sure.
To notice it, okay?
Yes, please do.
Okay,
Okay.
And
so-
just set it for 9 and just see what people say.
Yeah.
okay.
And we are-
And then,
Okay.
Ethics and Elections Committee is
Mhm.
meeting on the 25th, so it's going to be that next Wednesday. So
Okay.
are you going to be good with that?
I'm good with that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Good,
perfect,
okay.
yep.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Because then, gosh, can you imagine
If we do it.
handing them a draft?
Yeah.
We could even have a little presentation. It'd be very dramatic. Da-da-da.
All little things that fly in the air. I have a whole bag of them I hid from,
Lisa can make a little colorful cover
Cover.
and like put special paper.
A special
I know.
binder. You know I will.
I know you will.
okay. All right, so can I take control of this meeting?
Almost, but not quite. We have to
Okay.
go to executive session, right?
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yes. Slow your roll, Dee. I know you're excited because you're so prepared for
I know.
today's meeting.
Julie, I said this was so novel, I'm prepared entirely for this
Yeah,
meeting.
good job, Dee.
Okay, any objection to going to executive
Once a
session
year.
to discuss the Board of Ethics code rewrite? Hearing no objection, we'll go to executive session.